He joined the Indian Army soon after his graduation, and his tour of duty is armed forces is impressive, having played a vital role in 1965 and 1971 wars against Pakistan. He retired in the rank of Major General from Indian Army in 1979. He has also served as the president of UEC Graduate Association for 2 terms. I welcome you, sir. I welcome Registrar Dr. S. Manjunath. He obtained his BE degree from Civil Engineering from SJC Mysore and PhD from VTU, and is presently the professor from a government college. He occupied various positions in the college and government related to the technical education, presently from UVCE in the year 1992. She has around 31 years of experience in electronics manufacturing and operations, and has been with Centum Electronics Limited, Bangalore years, and she is leading more than 550 people. She also has extensive experience in design, manufacturing, operations, supply chain, sales, and business. She is a member of industry-affiliated board of Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, and she is the board of studies member in Reva University presently. At present, she is Vice President, Strategic Electronics Business Unit at Centum Electronics Limited. Welcome you, madam. I welcome Mr. Srikanth. He graduated from UVC in Electronics and Communication in 1993. Mr. Srikanth retired as a Senior Director, Intel Bangalore. He headed Global PMO and part of Client Platform Engineering in Client Computing Group. It is a $40 billion group within Intel. He was with Intel for 26 years and had held several global leadership role in engineering and business during that period. Srikanth was a visiting faculty at NIMB, that is National Institute of Banking Management, Pune, between 1995 to 2001, training senior bank managers across the country. Currently, he is the president of UVC Graduate Association. I welcome you, sir. I welcome our placement officer, Dr. M.S. Dilip Kumar, Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering. I welcome Finance Officer in absence, Dean in absence, Controller of Examination, Dr. B.P. Arish, chairpersons of various departments, my dear colleagues of the dais, and former COE, Dr. B.M. Rajprakash, and my senior alumni. I welcome you all, sir. I welcome all my dear students and their parents. At this juncture, I would like to share a few words. My dear students, in spite of ups and downs encountered by you during your stay in this college, you all have successfully completed this journey of your college life with remarkable grades, along with a lot of enjoyable memories. Along with all my colleagues, I congratulate you all for the exceptional passion you have shown towards your course and studies. I encourage you all to make yourself believe that you are ready to go ahead in life and reach the peak of the success. Therefore, do not let anything stop you, not even yourself. Dear students, It has been a great time teaching you, learning from you, working together as a team. I will surely miss the outgoing batches. I wish you best of luck for your future endeavors. At this point of time, I would like to say something, that is, you will be busy in your career and you will forget the most important thing. The most important thing in the life is taking care of our parents. Now you start looking after your parents and don't search afterwards. Our parents dedicate themselves to ensure we have a better life even before we born, and their selfless sacrifice continues throughout our life. Their sacrifices are innumerable. Some of them are their time, emotions, relationship, freedom, social life, career, food, desires, personal life, of course money, and so on. The list is very big. There are many ways to repay to our parents. These three are the most important to honor our parents' sacrifice. Make your parents proud of yourself. Definitely your parents will feel happy. Raise your own children well. Spend quality time. Dedicate some of your time to your parents. Visit them. Listen to this. Your presence and attention are precious gifts that you repay for their love and effort. At this juncture, I would like to read a quote by Henry Petrosky, an American engineer specializing in future analysis. Engineering is not only the study of technical aspects of a problem, but also the study of human aspects of a problem. Embrace this holistic approach as you progress in your career. It can lead to more fulfilling and balanced professional journey. Finally, life is not beautiful unless we make it. Wish you all the very best for your future. Thank one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome and those words of advice. We really appreciate it. I now request our director, Professor Subhashis Tripathi, to address the gathering. Can you welcome with a round of applause, please?
Namaskar. Good morning. Respected Padma Bhushan Dr. Akhilesh, respected General Neelkanthappa, and other dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Naik from former DRDO scientist, my faculty colleagues, distinguished alumnus who are sitting on the downstairs, my graduating students and their parents and students and faculty and staff of this university. This is the first interaction of mine of joining as the director of this university with all of you in such a grand ceremony, for which I am thankful to the UBC Graduate Association who has gladly taken up the responsibility of organizing this beautiful event called Utthirna. I congratulate the students who graduated in 2023, 2022 and 2024 and their parents for their tenacious persuasion for an excellent professional degree. UBC has a great legacy and they have produced, it has produced many, many distinguished alumnus over more than 100 years old. My dear students, please remember that this legacy is standing rock solid behind you and this legacy is looking forward to you take it to greater heights. Among many people, we have right now 2 of them, which you can see that they have made their nation proud, their family proud, their friends proud, their colleagues proud by contributing tremendously in different diverse fields in our country and the world over, and have made this institution proud. There are many other such alumni who have made this institution very proud, and today when we talk about UP at any place, people have great affection and great respect for the university. As a group which we belong to this university, whether the faculty, staff, students, outgoing graduates and alumnus who are now getting Utthirna, promoted to become graduates joining the alumni. And we need to place that we need to upkeep the pride of this institute. And wherever we are, whatever we do, whatever we communicate, whatever we speak, we are speaking on behalf of this great university. So there lies a great responsibility for all of you that besides making good and diligent progress in your own professions or in your own areas of choice that you want to excel, please remember that you are part of this university 4 years back when you joined this course, and now till the time we breathe our last breath. So there is a great responsibility on all of us. And I congratulate you, I wish you all the very best. This university will look forward to your contribution and continuous support to make its various activities fulfill the requirement of the future batches that will come and join and pass out from this university. Alumnus are the big stay and the biggest stakeholder because they were students, now they are alumni. So they have a big responsibility and to discharge what the university is looking forward to them. And I'm glad that after joining here, I've seen that the alumni of this university are so greatly, intricately involved with any kind of activity that this university is planning or have been doing. I'm grateful to that alumni that they have thought that it is their duty to help this university to reach greater heights. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best in whatever endeavor you take up in your life. But please remember that all this education, all this training that you got is supported by the common man's payment of taxes. Okay, so please look forward. Whatever you do, please conduct yourself responsibly. You are now a global citizen, and please always remember that a common man is looking at you on the street to make his or her life more comfortable, wholesome and sustainable. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir, for your warm address. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the privilege of honoring the person whose dedication and hard work had led to the remarkable achievements. I would like to call upon our chief guest for the evening, the former chairman of DRDO, who also served as a scientific advisor to the Defense Minister, Raksha Mantri. Our most notable, the Padma Vibhushan recipient, Dr. V.K. Atri, to give us a keynote address.
Good morning. First of all, my greetings and congratulations to all those people who have graduated in the last 2 or 3 years and entering their professional career. I wish you a long, prosperous, successful, productive future. As I stand here talking to you, my memory goes back almost to 70 years when I first entered the portals of this institution to start my engineering career. I could perhaps say that period was almost the beginning of technological revolution. In the next 50 years, that is the second half of the 20th century, science and technology grew so fast and did so many unbelievable, unimaginable things to bring us to this level. In fact, in those days, transistors were just coming into the market. Computer was a word heard of. There was no computer in Bangalore. Lasers, robots were still on the drawing board in the laboratories. Software engineering and AI was unheard of. Integrated circuit was a terminology which still had a few years to go, because the first chip came somewhere in early 60s, 62, 63, which was a 6 transistor combination. Today, we talk about very large-scale integrated circuits. Millions and millions of transistors on a chip. And a trillion transistors in a 3D configuration. Computers have grown, compacted, expanded, and has come in a number of avatars. You have computers, supercomputers, mainframes, tabletop computers, personal computers, laptops, palm tops, and whatnot. You hardly find a school children backpack without a computer today. Lasers have had application in industry and hospitals. Robots, there are army of robots all over the place doing all kinds of things and competing with human beings to replicate what human beings can do. AI has become, and machine learning has become talk of the day. We talk about chatbots, open AI, all kinds of things. And AI has percolated into every aspect of human endeavor, including medicine and agriculture. Looking back, that was also the time when India had just completed its first 10 years of independence. In 1947, when we got independence, India was a poor, third world country, hardly able to feed its teeming millions, with virtually nothing to talk about in the academic institutions. No infrastructure in either industry or medical, or name it, or physical industries. Today, India is the third largest economy and almost pushing to become a $5 trillion economy. It's clearly indicated that it would like to become a fully developed country in less than 25 years, by 2047 when we complete 100 years of independence. It also wants to become a world power. A country can become a world power only if it becomes an economic power. To become an economic power, it has to become a knowledge power. And the hub of this knowledge rests science and technology. So it's worthwhile just taking a short look at how well we have done in technology and what else should we do during the next 2 to 2.5 decades, 25 years, by the time which is the peak of your professional career. India has done well. If you are slightly arrogant, we can say we have done very well. Look at our academic institutions. They produce outstanding graduates who are virtually part of R&D everywhere in the world, here and elsewhere. We dominate the original Silicon Valley. Our talent is so thick that most multinationals have their research institutions in India. Several of them in Bangalore. The largest GE General Electric Research Center is in Bangalore. Our R&D has made us proud of. Look at space, which has launched a plethora of satellites for all kinds of applications. Earth monitoring, remote sensing, ocean monitoring, environmental monitoring, military intelligence gathering, etc. And Chandrayana and Mahayana projects. Our defense R&D has produced many systems. Pinaka, the multi-barrel rocket system, is an area weapon. Agni, which is the ICBM. And Tejas, the lightest aircraft and all that. Atomic Energy has probably built the safest nuclear power stations at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Our industries are very wide, virtually becoming a manufacturing hub for the globally. Our IT and pharmaceutical industries have created their own niches in the world. Indian research class we have become pioneers in startups, creating unicorns, 7 unicorns on the way. But in spite of all these things, if you're honest and emotionally evaluate whether we have become a technological power, the answer is still not yet. The next 2 decades will decide how well we are going to do. There are certain things to note while we are going headlong version of reality. Collapsing bridges, pitting and sinking the roads, inundated cities by the first monsoon, trains going off tracks, indifferent and unsupported power supply, lack of drinking water, many shortage in medical facilities, chaotic transport, and in fact chaotic educational system too. If you look back, what is the reason for this? You notice there is a singular lack of professionalism, discipline, and integrity, almost bordering on dishonesty in our work culture. Yes, we can blame the government. Policies were not good, not enough social funds, not enough funds for R&D. Yes, that's all partly true. But how long are we going to hide behind this kind of ethos, saying we don't have money, we don't have this, we don't have that? What is that we should do so that India deserves what it could? You go outside India, talk about India, and talk about Indians. Indians are doing superbly. It's India which is not doing very well. We have to somewhere along the line bridge this gap. So what is that? As you ponder about this, I want you to think about few other things. What you have been taught in the last 4 years in this institution is not even tip of the iceberg. You will notice that soon you have to learn much more than what you have forgotten. You will also realize that technology is multidimensional, multidisciplinary. While in-depth knowledge is essential to solve a problem, horizontal spread of technology is absolutely essential to look at a product or a system that can be sold in the international market. Just to give an example, when I was designing the sonar system for submarines, including the nuclear submarine, if you look at the various kinds of systems, the front end was a piezoceramic material transduction system, and I had to learn about elastomers to pack the transducers so that they are impervious to water. Then there are structural, metallurgical structures. You have to look at how titanium works, how certain kinds of steel work, and how you have to manufacture them. Then there is the electronic system which will gather the signals and process the systems. How to put the electronics together. Cooling system, for example, you have to learn thermodynamics. How do you do it? How do you mount the system? Vibrations. And finally, the computer and software engineering for the data gathering, data display, and data interpretation. So, technology is a very complex thing. This electrical, mechanical, civil, computer is all a academic construct. When you go to the field, these all vanish. They are in the academic field necessarily because of the shortage of the time and the training limitations you have. But when you go to the market, when you go to technological field, you see it's totally different. So as you climb up the ladder of your progression, you see that your interest has to spread much, much larger and wider, and you observe the fast-changing technology. So what should you do? How does one keep apace with this spiraling growth of technology? My first suggestion to you is read. Today, here, you decide that you are going to allocate at least 1 hour a day, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week to read about technology. Technology other than what you have been directly involved. And look at how the interplay of these technologies best together to produce this. Decide what's your where you want to be, not in 1 or 2 years, say 10 years from now, 15 years from now. What do you want to achieve? What do we want to be known for? If gathering or collecting finances is only the goal, then you won't succeed. It has to be much more than just a mercenary characteristic. And also what you do must be somehow mellowed with some kind of an idealism, some kind of a nationalism which my previous two speakers referred to. You are, in essence, a public funded organization. So you must know what is good for the public. The other thing is, somehow you have to become much more professional. Stop giving excuses. Put your ego on the back burner. Technology doesn't require Einsteins. Technology requires a lot of willing hands. Maybe there are 1 or 2 sparks. I think if I survey the more than 10,000 and odd scientists whom I have come across in ISRO and DRDO, not one of them are brilliant academically. You need few academic sparks, but what you need is team building. In fact, myself and Dr. Kalam, we used to argue very often and come to a conclusion. How do we get the best out of everybody? Everybody has something to offer. Creativity, innovation is inherent everywhere, all over India. Intelligence is not a prerogative of the urbanites. You can go to village and see the intelligence. What you want to do is, how do you allow it to mushroom out? How do you allow it to blossom? So Karamana, you say, find the right kind of a person for the right job. He may be a brilliant designer. One may be a brilliant organizer. The other might be brilliant in running around getting things done. Find the right kind of a job for the right kind of person. Team building. If you think that ISRO has succeeded, DRDO has succeeded, or as a matter of fact, Centum has succeeded, or Bharat Electronics and HA has succeeded, it's the team which works together with 1 or 2 sparks, and the rest of them willingly participating in developing the technology. In India, there is a problem. There is a problem of egoism built this. So, if you really want to shine in technology, there is one other thing which you must consider. You must look much beyond technology. I am not going to argue that technology is sufficient to build a country. It is essential to build a country, but not sufficient to build a country. Technological excellence must be mellowed down by social requirements. Our society is still very fragile. It has many, many years. And if you look at what's happening all over the country in the last few years of reading the papers and or electronic media, you find that instead of making a vibrant country, we are making a violent country. I think it's time we look back. What kind of India do we want to build? We can utopically say you want to build Ramarajya without any prejudice to BJP or anything like that. You want to build a society where everybody is happy. In happiness in the index, India comes nowhere near Scandinavian countries. A human development index nears in the bottom half of the entire world scenario. So what is that we are not doing? Technology progress is essential. Social awareness on how to use the technology to help the society is equally essential. So don't go away on the deep end and say, I am a technologist, so I don't care about social systems. If you cannot mesh them together, we are not going to succeed. Next 2 decades are very critical for India. Not because 2047 is approaching, but because our demographic distribution today is very conducive for development. We have 35% of the below 35 years of age. No other country has this advantage. China is getting old. America is lack of people. They are looking for people all over the world to support them. India is the only country which can provide it because our talent is immense, unbelievable talent. Can we harness that? Can we put together? So what, as you go out of the educational system, as you build camaraderie among your people, build the camaraderie across the country. It's not an idealism and a vain argument. If you don't do that, you can't build a country. There's a saying in Sanskrit called Janani Janma Bhumisha Sargadavi Kariyasa. That is, mother and motherland is much more important than any other thing. And also remember, you must have pride in what you do. I designed this system, it cannot fail. That kind of a sham will be with us. That's what I wanted to carry. I am sure you are going to make excellent progress because the foundation laid by this college, its faculty and the environment is good enough. I come from this environment. I have succeeded even beyond my imagination. So it's possible, it can be done and it should be done. Only thing is mental condition. Look at what happened in the Olympics. We were almost there, but the last main problem we didn't push. That last main problem in India is a very critical issue. In technology also we do the same thing. I have seen so many projects so close to success, and maybe in the last 1% or 2% there's a problem. It's a mental makeup. It's a culture which we are doing. I always say, you must clearly have a purpose. In fact, I very often use this terminology of 3 P's: purpose, passion, and perseverance. You must clearly define a purpose. Why are you doing it? Having defined the purpose, do you have the passion to continue the purpose? If you haven't defined the purpose and the passion, then you must persevere it. Technology is a very complex thing. Technology is not going to be kind. Things fail, Murphy's law. Things which are going to fail will fail, irrespective of what you do. But beyond that, look beyond. I'm not going to say good luck, because I don't believe in luck. Unless you define luck as a confluence of circumstances, environment, and efforts. If you put sufficient efforts, I am sure you are going to become luckier. May you build sufficient efforts. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We will forever remember. Now, it's my pleasure to invite Divya from the 2016 batch of IAC on stage to present the Young Achievers Award, celebrating the incredible talents and accomplishments of our proud students.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Feels good to address a crowd here, coming back to my college after about 8 years, and also to call upon a few young achievers across various fields and how they've fared well over the years. So talking about the first person today, Pratibha Nayak. She's from 2012 batch, Civil Engineering. She's from Mangalore and she's currently in Mysore. She's a first generation entrepreneur. She's established and managed ventures across various sectors, including construction, interiors, hospitality, wellness, and beauty. She's the co-founder of Naksha Builders, a company specializing in construction, architectural design, and interiors. She's also partnered with several other ventures such as Mysore Union, North Venue, Naksha Furnishing Studios, Union Catering Company. So I call upon stage Pratibha Nayak. Utthirna sir, please, would you do the honors? Next, I would like to talk about Chandrajit Benyappa. He's from 2012 IC. After working in SAP labs for about 3.5 years, he moved on to the field of movies. A good thing is, I think during college time also, he started pursuing some plays around short films, and that interest he pursued during his tenure after college. So he's part of Paramva Studios and member of the writing team The Seven Odds and wrote the script for Kirik Party. He is also a screenwriter for Avane Sriman Narayana, director-writer of Kada Sangamana, which was released in 2019. Now he is gearing up for his directorial debut, Ibbani Tabbida Ilayali, a musical treat under Rakshit Shetty's banner of Paramva Studios. It's all set to be released in September, and hence he couldn't join us today. But I will quickly move on to the next alumni we have. Lieutenant Commander Arjun Premchandran. He is from 2013 Mechanical Branch. He joined the Indian Navy through the University Entry Scheme back in 2013 as a short service commissioned officer and served as a maritime reconnaissance pilot flying Dornier 228, undertaking a plethora of surveillance machines for coastal security, formation flying, medical evacuation, search and rescue, and disaster relief, including ferry of COVID vaccines. In his 10 years of service in the naval aviation, he's had exposure of operating from Port Bandar in far west to Port Blair and Campbell Bay in the far east. Recently, he's joined Indigo as Senior First Officer and is presently undergoing training on Airbus aircraft. I welcome Lieutenant Arjun Premchandran. Tripathi sir. And next alumni I would like to talk about, Siddhalingappa Poojar. He's from 2016 Electronics Communication Engineering batch. He's from Dharwad district, and after graduating from UBC, he worked at Tejas Networks for about 2.5 years. Subsequently, he started focusing on civil services examination, UPSC, in 2018. And in 2019, he was able to crack the exam conducted by UPSC CAPF, Central Armed Police Force, and got posted in Gurgaon as an assistant Commandant in CRPF in 2022. He secured an impressive UPSC AIR 589 in 2023 and currently is undergoing training for Assistant Superintendent of Police at Hyderabad. Unfortunately, he could not join us for the event today, but I'll quickly move on to the next alumni. We have Rowan D'Souza. He's from 2018 batch Mechanical Engineering. He was also the placement coordinator at TPO UBC and also an NCC cadet. He was a gold medalist and a university rank holder. After his engineering, he worked for the projects team at Utthirna Power. He is an MBA graduate from IIM Kozhikode, where he was an elected member of Students' Committee. He was awarded the Golden Medalist for All-Rounder Excellence in April 2024. Now he is starting a new position as strategy analyst at Accenture Strategy and Consulting. So, Rowan, please welcome. I would request Arthur to do the honors. That's all it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Megashri, for doing the honors. Now, I would request the graduates who had given the names for the collection of certificates to kindly assemble onto the right of the stage. And I would also request, if the representatives are not here, to kindly feel free to fill in the slots of them. Moving on, finally, it's now time for us to call upon our President of UVCE Graduation Association, Mr. Shrikant, to welcome the alumni community.
Am I audible? You should be. Good morning. Good morning. That's better. It's a very, very proud moment for me to stand in front of you. I'm a very, very proud UVCian. ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ UVCಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ. Years ago, 31 years ago, when we were passing out, we had a similar graduation celebration, and in the portal, in the Senate Hall, which is today, was where we had our graduation celebration. And there was one thing that we promised. As we pass out of the portals of this esteemed college, when we look back, we will always say that we made our college proud. But now, after 30 years, and the amount of information that I have seen about this college is not just about whether we made the college proud, it's the number of distinguished alumni, the legends who have passed out, who have made this, not just this college, but the entire country very proud. How many of you know that this is the only engineering college which has produced three Padma Vibhushans, 1 Padma Bhushan and 4 Padma Shris? It's the oldest engineering college in Karnataka, 5th oldest in India, in the greater India. But beyond that, how many of you are here from electrical engineering? Can you just, including the faculty and my friends, let's see some of them lifting their hands. You know, this is the oldest engineering department in Asia. We are so honored to have one of the Padma Vibhushan sitting with us. Apart from this, if I just look at when this college was being built, the whole idea was at least we will have 3 engineers from mechanical and 3 engineers from civil, because we did not have enough engineers for Mysore state. And today, we are producing so many engineers, and we are very thankful to Sir M. Vishweshwaraya and His Highness Nalvadi Krishnaraj Avadia for making this happen. The reason I'm giving you this background is, when suddenly built this institution and later on in late 40s, he wrote a book called Building the Nation and Reconstructing India. This is a series of papers that he published. And in that, there's only digital copies that are available. If you do get a chance, I would like you to look at it. The reason is, he says, engineers' responsibility is just not about fixing stuff or constructing something. It's about building the nation. You are all going to be part of that legendary alumni now, who have been taking active part in building the nation since 1920s. That's a whopping 105 years now, where people have actively participated in building this nation and building the world. Who are the legends? Just to name a few, otherwise I can take about a couple of hours just to walk you through the amazing alumni that we have produced. Dr. Atre, who is sitting here with us, Dr. M.R. Srinivasan, the first atomic chairman, then Dr. Rodham Narasimhan, who is known as father of Indian aeronautical engineering. These are just to name a few. And I was just talking to Dr. Atre, just the 1961 batch, which he is part of, produced 5 secretaries to the government, which is one of the higher, equivalent to cabinet ministers. We had, of the 5 missile programs that got initiated in the late 70s, Prithvi, Akash, Agni, Trishul and Nag. Guess what? 3 of them were headed by UVCENs. General Vijay Sundaram, Prithvi, Akash, Prahalada, Dr. Prahalada, and Prahalad Rao for Agni. So this is what we have done. If you look at any of the satellites that have been launched in the last 40 years, you will see some UVCE chief engineer, director signature on it, because almost every aspect of ISRO was being headed by a UVCEN. If you go across the length and breadth of the country since 1920, and many of the places where British were ruling, the irrigation system across the country and Middle East and some parts of China and Philippines were all headed by UVCE civil engineers. Let's give a big hand to all the civil engineering. At one point of time, both Hirakud and Bhakra-Nangal projects were headed by UVCE engineers. The biggest of the power plants were headed by UVCENs. The most complex robotic arm that was ever developed for the first time in the Bombay was by a UVCEN, Dr. Ramkumar. He went on to get his Padma Shri for that. You know, the Navaratnas, all the major public sectors that were there, and when it was the building the nation, I am giving you the example, ITI, BEL, BHEL, telcos, name the big ones, HMT, HAL. At some point of time or the other, the senior most people who headed, defined and made them happen were all UVCENs. The biggest of the industrialists that have been produced, to name a few, Jagadish, G.V. Rao, Lakshmi Narayanan, you should all go look up who they are, because they are the ones who made and took the industry to a different plane altogether. We also did not stop just being a technologist or an industrialist. We have also played an amazing role in academics. The number of people who have went on to become directors, vice chancellors out of this university alumni are amazing. Number of people who have went on to become professor emeritus or professors and tenured professors currently in some of the best universities in the world are numerous. I can't even name one or two. It's like 20s, 30s per decade are the number of renowned faculties across the globe. In the last 20, 30 years, if you look at the number of people who have joined the IT revolution and been very active part, that's the other people you will see. There is one slide that Dr. Dilip and DMR, I know proudly always shows is the number of companies that Intel have, that UVC is being recruited to. You will see almost who's who of the world being here to recruit you. Beyond that, if you see the number of people who have played active part, I was so happy to hear about Lieutenant Commander Arjun when he came here. Because to let you know, there was this, we were talking a few hours ago about a young boy in 1946, 1942 actually, 1942, who was sitting just above the director's office, attending the class, and he saw Quit India movement happen. He was so inspired, he just got down and joined Quit India movement and got arrested, and he was jailed for 9 months. He came out, finished his engineering from 1948 and went on to join Indian Army, Brigadier H.R. Gopal. See, these are, we have General Neelkantappa, we have Lieutenant General Vijay Sundaram, Air Vice Marshal Abhay Kumar, current BOG member, Air Vice Marshal Narendra Kumar, just to name a few. Our own Vice President, Lieutenant Commander Sukumar, is actually a submariner. This is the kind of alumni that you are all going to be part of. It's not just that. We just said about beyond education. For the generation here, it may be difficult, but for the first row that is sitting here, we know who Manamurthy is. So we are all a lot more familiar with him. We all know who Ramesh Arvind is. We all know who Utthirna is. See, these are the people who went on to become some of the best in the theatre and film field. They have got kudos not just to Karnataka but India. And we have people who have been the bestsellers. Rupa, my senior, she went on to get one of the best, the most promising and the best-selling author on Amazon for 2 years continuously. Shankar Vedantam, 2 years senior to me, he is the chief editor in Washington Post. See, these are the people who have made UVC. The reason I'm giving you all this details is just to give a glimpse of the chapter that you just finished being a student and the new chapter that you are opening. You are entering a wonderful world of alumni group. You have a huge responsibility as well as an amazing push you will get just being called a UVC alumni. The reason is very simple. When you go out and say that I am from UVC, people will start looking at for the past 100 years. The kind of alumni that you are having, not very few people can boast of. You have the ability to build network, create something wonderful. At the same time, you also have an immense responsibility now of transitioning, being an engineering student to a very responsible citizen. As Sanabhi said, you have to be part of building the nation. Now this nation is not just limited to the physical boundaries of the country. The nation is one humanity as a whole. So you have to be part of multiple things. People have to be part of sustainable engineering, advanced technology, implementing it, and you can all be part of healthcare and what have you. And you can all be part of that to come back and say, 20 years from now, when probably your children or our grandchildren are sitting here, they'll look back at you and say that, hey, these are the wonderful alumni that we look up to. So, with that, I will say, you couldn't have expected a better platform to graduate out of. You have had challenges. Everybody had challenges during the graduation years. But one of the biggest strengths I've always seen with UVC is all of us, without an exception, I can say the biggest strength that we all had when we were studying was the humble backgrounds that we came from. I think this is the biggest strength that you have because you have the hunger to succeed, make it count. We'll succeed both professionally and personally and be that amazing human being that both Professor Tripathi said, Dr. Atre said, and what Dr. Paul was saying. So with that, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you into this August alumni. I just listed down, right? The alumni that you are going to be part of. Some of the alumni are my classmates here and who's our faculty. Some of them are much senior to me. It's no better feeling when you start coming back, because this is also an opportunity for you to give back to the institute over a period of time. Both in terms of the time that you can dedicate as well as the kind of influence that you can have on your juniors who are working here. With this, again, a very, very hearty welcome to all of you coming into this August company of the alumni, and wishing you all the best and have a great, wonderful future ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. I now request our Training and Engagement Officer, Dilip, sir, due to whose continuous efforts and hard work, we've established ourselves as one of the best institutions to felicitate our students. The graduates kindly note, when your names are called out by Dilip, sir, two representatives of your branch will be coming on stage, and when they are here on stage, kindly rise, and when they so leave, you may sit down. Thank you so much. Over to Dilip, sir.
Good morning, UVCians. I take this opportunity to call upon the class representatives on the stage to receive the certificates. I'll be calling class-wise and batch-wise. To start with, 2022 batch UG from Civil, Janavi Reddy and Tanushree H. Reddy. Director, sir. Two 2022 UG Mechanical, Vakesan M.
गाड़ी होना ऊपर चला
Dear students, whenever I call a particular class or batch, those group of students, I request them to stand and give a round of applause for your class representatives. Next is 2022 Electrical Engineering, Manasa HB. 22 Electrical. (2022) Electronics and Communication, Prithviraj and Rani Mujumdar. 2022 Computer Science Engineering, Saurabh Bharadwaj and K. Tanushree. 22 batch Computer Science. (2022) UG Architecture, Samrat Kumar and Ankita N. 2022 2022 Information Science and Engineering, Milan S. Kumar and Yashodhara Shastri. The whole group, please stand up. Let's move to post-graduation of 2022 batch, Mechanical Ajit. (2022) Electrical Rudrama. (2022) MTech Electronics and Communication, Bindu Shri TV. Okay, next. 2022 Computer Science Engineering, A. Thank you very much, sir. I now request Professor Paul sir to give us the certificates for 2023 batch. 2023 undergraduation Civil, Umesha C and Navya S. (2023) undergraduation Mechanical, Kishan ST and Dimple. (2023) Electrical Engineering, Vivek Suman and Anusha L. The group of Electrical 2023, please stand up. (2023) undergraduation Electronics and Communication, MC Karen and Abhilash BR. (2023) UG Computer Science Engineering, Tanushri Yadav and Mohammad Asim Sheikh. (2023) PR Nitin Khade and Sagari. (2023) undergraduation Information Science and Engineering, Shishira D and Arya Subramaniam. 2023 post-graduation civil engineering, Veena and Rakesha KJ. 2023 M.Tech in Mechanical Engineering, Sidhu Gowda and Kiran Dr. 2023 M.Tech in Electrical Engineering, Raghuveer and Kirti Chidanand Pattar. 2023 post-graduation Electronics and Communication Engineering, Likita Dr. and Mallika Arjun. Please give a good round of applause. (2023) post-graduation Computer Science and Engineering, Simran S and Prajwal VS. The respective group, please stand up. Thank you, Paul sir. Now I request Dr. Manjunath S, the Registrar of UVCE, to give the certificates for 2024 batch. 2024 undergraduation in Civil Engineering, Sandhya Sharma and others. In Mechanical Engineering, Ullas GP and Nishtita Tiwari. BTech in Electrical Engineering, Lavanya and Mir Sakib. BTech in Electronics and Communication, Manoj VS and RM Sahana. UG in Computer Science Engineering, Sinchana and Shashank. 2024 PR Navaneet and Shivani. BTech Information Science and Engineering, Ananya Gongale and Anjanaya Mastur. 2024 Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for the kind regards for the batch 2022, 2023, and 2024. I take this privilege to call upon the Vice President, Strategic Electronic Business Unit at Central Electronics Limited, who is also an alumni of 1992 batch of ECE, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Ms. Sandhya Tyagarajan, to take up the stage for the appreciation talk.
A very good morning. I know it's almost afternoon, but thanks for keeping up with all the proceedings and to hear me out. Today, I'm so humbled and proud to be here, to be part of this great alumni association that, I give a lot of credit to all the people on the stage and, the heritage that they've created. So I didn't feel as much proud till today, I should say, as much as now. To share the stage with these esteemed dignitaries. Thank you, Principal Sir, the Director, the Organizing Committee, and the dignitaries to have you over here today. So graduates, I first want to really congratulate you. Big congratulations for all of you, because this is indeed a milestone in each one of our lives. The last 4 years must have been a bit of a challenge for some, easy for a few, but mostly something different for most of us. So today I'll share with you snippets of my experience over the past 31 years. While you have worked so hard, being very determined, and achieved what you are today, today is indeed a day for a celebration for all of you, for your proud parents, for the faculty, for your colleagues, and of course, as alumni, we are all so very proud of your achievement. Well, what is a journey which, if it didn't have a challenge? That's the way I look at it. I think challenges and some tough times push us hard to achieve better than what we perceive we are capable of. So it's like the saying that goes, if the mountain was not steep enough, and if you did not climb with a resolve, the view that you get wouldn't be a revelation what it is today. As you stand at the peak, the whole world is out for you to embrace, grow, and achieve your goals. I would also say that today, having achieved what you did after graduating, it all looks like very comfortable, right? It's a comfort zone. So that's where life actually begins. Life begins where the comfort zone ends. What I can say from my experience is, as you enter your professional, part of the journey, I'm sure each of you either will be an entrepreneur or a great leader in a different organization, multiple organizations. As you tread this professional journey, what comes to my mind first is be tenacious. Have the tenacity, because what was so far, what you achieved so far with a lot of guidance, with a lot of people wishing you best, is not necessarily how it's going to be from now on. You're going to be in a competitive world, you're going to be competing, and you're going to do it on your own most of the times. Of course, you're going to have professional mentors, you're going to have world-class facilities, you're going to have a learning journey. But from today, what you carve out is mostly what you are going to do. So be tenacious. More than that, I would say, to achieve what we want to achieve, we have to own it on ourselves. Be very accountable, be very responsible for what you are setting out to be. If you set a goal, it's solely our responsibility to achieve it. The rest of it is just there to support us. I would also say that have immense confidence in yourself. It's the first thing that we need to is believe in ourselves, believe in our potential, believe in our capability, in our capacity to excel and exceed. So have that conviction in you that you can make it and you can do it, whatever you set out for. Well, when I say you have to have conviction, you also should not get overconfident. Sometimes in this journey, with few successes, we tend to be a little overconfident, and sometimes that turns into be stubbornness. I see this in the career because this is the downfall for us. That's exactly the time when you have to reset, rejig. We don't realize at times, but then that is going to be there. So have your conviction, but don't become overconfident. But have your confidence, but never become stubborn. I would also say that life is never a straight path. It's not smooth. It's not always straight. Right? But it is those unexpected detours in life that we actually tread unknowingly, not necessarily always prepared for, but that's where I've seen the best growth and progress happen. So be prepared for some uncertainties and those detours, but you will get the best out of you. Another thing that I've also experienced is, we all know the saying says, change is the only constant thing, and I really, really believe in it. Why change? Because like we said, when we graduated, when our seniors graduated, when you are graduating, what we are learning, what the world needs has tremendously changed. So change is mandatory, and to embrace change is the only way I see for a professional growth for each of us. Well, change is not necessarily easy, but it's also not that difficult. It's just that in the mindset, you have to keep making sure you upgrade yourself, be relevant for what is there for the future. Like Sir said, keep reading, keep upgrading your skills, keep honing different skills, multitask, look into multidisciplinary things that you need to do, because just an electrical engineer, a computer engineer, or an electronics engineer wouldn't become the best unless you don't hone better skills and see what eventually as a holistic product would need. So I would say embrace change for the best growth that you can endeavor. I would also say that seldom success comes alone. I think sometimes maybe professionally you would achieve few things that you did on your own. Academically, many things you may probably do on your own. But when it comes to a professional journey, I think it's very seldom that you can do things alone. So teamwork is the essence of success. You would have somebody to coach you, guide you, mentor you, and you would also need to be a mentor and a coach and a guide to many of your team members. You can only be as good a leader as you have a good team, and you can only be as a good team member as a good leader you would have. So it's teamwork that's going to take you a long way, and along your journey of your growth, I would urge that you please take along your peers, your team members, your organization along, and that's going to keep you a long way ahead of the rest. Well, when you are in a professional journey, don't expect, you would have been a first rank holder, best grades, a distinction holder. But in a professional life, it's not always going to be very successful. Everything that you set your hands on is not necessarily have to be successful. You need not necessarily be the topper in a professional area. I would say embrace failures. It's going to be there. It's going to be part of our success journey. And also, don't fear failures. Don't fear to make a mistake. Making a mistake is not a sin. I would certainly believe that making a mistake is one way of learning. But of course, we shouldn't make mistakes that we've done before. So don't repeat your mistakes, but don't fear to make a mistake over and again. You're going to learn. Embrace failures and take mistakes in your stride. Do dream big. Have audacious dreams and ambitions, because it's our right to dream, and it's with a dream and an audacious ambition followed by a passion to actually achieving it is going to be your progress to your growth. So never lose sight of your goals, because I'm sure you won, because you've come this far. You have your target, goals, objectives right set there, I'm sure. But making changes as you go along is a good thing. Because you set out to do something, if you see that's not what your interest is in, it doesn't matter. You can always change your track, look at what you'll enjoy most and take it along. Because after your academics over here and your progressive learnings that you're going to get, it's not only a professional life. You've got to have a much more balanced life. A professional life, a balanced personal life. Enjoy things that you love to do, because at some point in time, we don't want to regret that I didn't do certain things in life. Please take time for yourself. Take care of yourself. Enjoy what the world offers, along with being a profession which you want to really love to do. While you don't lose sight of your ambitions and goals, which you're going to periodically revise, change as you grow, but I would also say, please don't lose sight of the core values that you've earned. You earned from this esteemed institution, from your parents, from your family, from your peers, from your friends. It's going to take you a long way. It's easy to gain professional growth. It's easy to gain success, but in the right way. Integrity has to be an integral part of each one of us. You may fall short of a certain success. You may be a little late in achieving success, but that success that you earn with integrity is going to be forever. So please embrace change, like I said, passionate. But when I say all of these, also have empathy. We are human beings. We have to have empathy. Show empathy, but with empathy, also be very, very assertive, I would say. Because empathy and assertiveness in a deadly combination, I would say, in an organization to nurture yourself, your team, and to build a great organization. I'm sure you all have tremendous power, fresh talent, perseverance, and a great ambition to grow. With all these, I would urge you to go ahead. The world needs you all. They need these fresh thinkers, innovative thinkers, and who are ready to take risks, who don't fear to do different things. And I think today the world is more conducive. The parents are more flexible to allow you to do what you think is right for you. It was not so in our days. We had very few choices to make. Most of our decisions would be made by our parents, or we would follow what somebody did. There was not much that we would, do on our own. At least I'm talking about me and my seniors. We had been given the freedom though, but there was limited things to look out for. Okay, you're an electrical engineer, you're an electronics engineer, you're mechanical, you're civil. Okay, you either go into the government or a safe job, not go out of the town. So we had many things that was binding us to explore and achieve and chase our dreams. But today it's not so. I'm sure you're more educated, you have more reach to what's happening across the world, and you're also ready to take on and do that. And the parents, of course, are a solid support system for you. So given all of these, I don't see any reason why you won't be the best in the world. Like Sir said, our country and the world offers so many opportunities for each one of us to do our best. So I would really, really urge you to seize this opportunity in front of you that comes your way and make a difference to contributing to our country and to our world, and you can be the differentiator. Certainly, you can be a leader. Many leaders don't succeed in the beginning, but they don't lose sight, they don't lose hope. They keep trying, and that's where we get to. I also see a lot of colorful, energetic women in this, young women rather, amongst us here. I just have a message for all of you here. The world is out for you. The world is there to motivate you. You have enough and more that you can achieve. But what you need is a willpower, a support system that I would urge you to build around you, both in the family and at the professional side, and you can be a great woman achiever as well. I have my own example where if my family wasn't there behind me, I wouldn't be where I am today. But I must also thank all the organizations that I work for who made it conducive to work, and you can be the best in the world. So I would love to see a lot of women achievers out of UACE taking the lead positions in different ways of life. Finally, once again, I would like to congratulate each one of you, wish you the very best, and may you find fulfillment and purpose in the pursuit of your dreams. Good luck on your extraordinary journey ahead. Lastly, I would not miss to thank for having me over here, the organizing committee, and giving me this splendid opportunity to be amongst you all, to be part of this celebration, to be part of your excitement, and to be part of this very esteemed university. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. The words of advice will always resonate with us. I have an important announcement. Kindly pay your attention here. So soon after this, we'll be having batch-wise photographs. I repeat, soon after this, we'll be having batch-wise photographs. And if you miss out the photograph, we may not be able to provide you the photograph ever again. So soon after this, we'll have batch-wise photograph. Kindly be patient. Next one. As we have now come to the end of the ceremony, I now request Lieutenant Sukumar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Every time I visit this great institution, my head naturally goes down in gratitude to those great visionaries and personalities who built this institution and taught here and made us engineers and above all excellent human beings. It has been an honor to be part of this wonderful event. On behalf of the UEC GA and UEC TPO, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. V.K. Atre for gracing the occasion. Sir, I am sure your speech has inspired the young minds who are graduating from this institution and assembled here today. I would like to take the opportunity to thank Professor Subhashish Tripathi, Director UECE, for gracing the occasion and inspiring the fresh graduates through your speech. Thanks to Dr. Paul William, my classmate, for gracing the occasion and giving the welcome address. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Manjunath, Registrar, for gracing the occasion. Wow, what an appreciation talk by Miss Sandhya Tyagarajan. I am sure your insights and motivational words has made a significant impact on the young minds here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and making this event a success. Sincere thanks to the heads of the various departments and other teaching staff who lend their valuable time in making this event a success. I would be failing in my duty if I don't thank all the student volunteers who helped in various capacities in hosting this event. Our sincere thanks to all the non-teaching staff and administrative staff who contributed their services for this event. A full throttle applause and thanks to all the graduate participants of 3 academic years who made this event a marvelous one. I am confident that each one of you will bring laurels to this institution through the progress in your career and strengthen the UBCE Graduate Association and in turn in the growth of UBCE. Thank you, one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I will request all the faculties to go on to the mention for the group photo session. It's finally the time for us to cherish the memories for the rest of the life with the things captured in it. And it's now time for a group photo session. I would request CSE, Computer Science Engineering, BTech of 2022 batch to please move on to main 2 for the group photo session. and also request the rest of the batches and the branches to stay on here, and we would also call you in the up next line. CSC 2022 BTech. Please move on to Menchu for the photo